Welcome to SkyWeek. I'm Tony Flanders from Sky and Telescope magazine, and I'll be your guide to the astronomical wonders that are currently on display overhead. Let's see what's happening in the sky from Monday, April 7th to Sunday, April 13th. The waxing gibbous moon traverses the sky between two planets this week. It's left of Jupiter on Monday and passes through Cancer on Tuesday and Wednesday. The moon passes below Leo from Thursday through Saturday, and on Sunday it's right of the planet Mars, which is now at its brightest for the year. But the real excitement happens on Monday, April 14th. Late that night, the moon experiences a total eclipse, one of nature's most thrilling spectacles. Lunar eclipses happen when the moon passes through Earth's shadow. If Earth had no atmosphere, the moon would disappear entirely, being visible only as a circular starless patch through a telescope. But in fact, the moon remains lit up by sunlight filtering through Earth's atmosphere, causing the moon to glow gorgeous shades of yellow, orange, and red. As far as I'm concerned, total lunar eclipses have by far the highest reward-to-effort ratio of any celestial event. Total solar eclipses are much more spectacular, but they take place only over very narrow paths, so you usually have to travel thousands of miles to see them. And the sun only disappears for a few minutes at most. Lunar eclipses, by contrast, are visible over half the planet. Everybody in the Americas gets to see this one, weather permitting. And lunar eclipses are nice, leisurely affairs. You can go out and watch for 5 or 10 minutes, come inside and relax, and then go out again. This eclipse's partial phase starts just before 11 p.m. April 14th Pacific Daylight Time, which is 2 a.m. April 15th Eastern Daylight Time. See skypub.com/eclipse for full details. A special feature of this eclipse is that Mars will be near the moon, and the bright star Spica will be even closer. Mars and Spica will blaze out beautifully at mid-eclipse. But before and after the eclipse, they will appear fairly faint, washed out by the bright moonlight. Eclipses happen when Sun, Earth, and Moon line up in space. If the moon orbited in exactly the same plane as Earth, there would be 2 eclipses every month. A solar eclipse when the moon is between Earth and the Sun, and a lunar eclipse when the moon is on the opposite side. But in fact, the moon usually passes a little above or below the line connecting Earth and Sun, so eclipses happen only a few times each year. The fact that Mars is so close to the eclipsed moon tells you that it too lies near that same line. In fact, Mars comes closest to lining up with the Sun and Earth on Tuesday, an event called opposition. At that point, Earth is directly below a line connecting the Sun and Mars. If the planets' orbits were perfectly circular, this would also be when Earth comes closest to Mars. But in fact, they will be a smidge closer, 57.4 million miles apart, on eclipse night. So, in addition to all its other fine features, this is one of the best nights of the year to view Mars through a telescope, if you happen to own one. But lunar eclipses are great to watch regardless of equipment. Telescopes, binoculars, and your unaided eyes each offer very different views, and each view has its own special beauty. Telescopes are best for close-up views of the moon's colorful disk. Binoculars will show Spica in the same field of view. And with your unaided eyes, you can watch the faint stars appear as the moon dims and the sky darkens. Note also how the landscape around you changes. Next week, we'll take a closer look at the lunar eclipse. Until then, this is Tony Flanders from Sky and Telescope magazine, wishing you clear skies and great views.
Brought to you by Woodland Hills Camera and Telescopes, serving stargazers since 1952.